Happy Sunday, y'all. Whenever y'all see this message, I pray that you're having an awesome day. If you're not, let me allow you to feel a little better about your situation, a little better about your life. Now I'm going to pull from the What's News deck, and we're going to go from there. I pray that those who need this message receive it with open ears and eyes and spirits. This also is a disclaimer. If you come in my energy sending any negative energy, just know it's going to come back. It's going to come back to you 10 times fold. So if you don't have an open mind, please leave. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with the collective Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, and work for our highest vibration. Thank you for all of the protection that you do for us in the astral, spiritual, physical plane. What is the message that you have? What is the message? Oh. Okay. It's getting sticky. Hey. Okay, so seems like somebody. This card says long haul, in it to win it, long-term intentions invested. So this could be a potential relationship coming up because you've been in your soft girl, soft boy era. You've been focused on yourself. I'm also going to claim this energy as well because I've been working on myself for a long time. And if you don't know the benefits of being sacred and holding your attention and not having sex with people, listen, I know how hard it is, but it's all in your mind. So what this card I'm getting from here is a lot of divine unions are about to take place. Confirmation, the scream, birds talking. Okay, yes. So a lot of long-term commitments are coming into play because we were willing to do the work. We were willing to be uncomfortable with the process that Holy Spirit had put us on, because we needed to find ourselves first. We needed to be in the energy of knowing what true love is outside of the idea that society put on us. And when it comes to long-term investments, you want to make sure you are being strategic as possible, even when you want the short-term gratification over your journey or how you looking or how you feeling, what you're doing, and things that you're creating for yourself. Just like me getting on this platform, creating something I knew I was supposed to start, but because I had that the negative outlook on how other people would perceive me as if I read cards or if I started giving spirit-led messages. But at the end of the day, it's about your perspective. It's your journey. It's your life. So have fun in this connection, and also remember to not take stuff so serious, especially when it comes into long-term things. Just experience it, have fun, and don't overthink, because this season, this timeline in our lives, y'all, it's time to turn up. Like, we get everything that was stolen from us since a child because we were willing to put in the work for the long ride. We were willing to be patient, be still, sit in our energy, heal from things that, you know, we never knew that we needed to still heal from subconsciously. And I'm grateful that God put me on this journey, because I would never awaken to the goddess within me if I would have never went through what I went through. You know, a lot of experiences that we go through are crucial, but it's for us to learn better. Some could be toxic relationships, some could be alcohol, some could be drugs, some could be all these things that keep us from our true self. But at the end of the day, you only work for what you get. So congratulations, y'all. Let's shout out to us. I see it says repo. Let's see what this card is about. Default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So this sounds like some trickery energy right here. Maybe y'all need to start paying y'all stuff on time. Okay? How do you expect to get new things if you're not taking care of the old? This is not good. But we're gonna move along. I also feel like this could be someone's karma, maybe a karmic who was taking advantage of divine masculine, divine feminine for money. Now you have to learn how to take care of yourself. Now you see that you got to do your own work. You got to make your own money. Could also be a relationship where you was dependent on that person for assets and money and things, and now that's getting taken away from you because the divine feminine, divine masculine is aware of what you were using him or her for. Now you have to face your karma for playing in people energy because you didn't want to do your own work. So that's that on that. It says snack, obsession, physical attraction, sex appeal. What I'm picking up from this energy is you probably no longer in this energy because you did all the work that you needed to do to let go of your fleshly desires. And now that you are tapped in with the God within you, you are willing to hold fast on giving your body, your mind, and your soul away to temporary pleasure. This also could mean someone else from the past that is trying to throw themselves at you to see if you still gonna go back to the same cycle of hooking up with somebody just because you love them or just because it's a good time when you're not on that vibration no more. So this also could be a test to see if you're gonna go back to the same ways or are you gonna move forward to your long-term commitment. That's what it sounds like, because we have a lot of things that we have in store for us as far as the real divine feminine and real divine masculines, because we have been willing to do the work. And of course we're gonna get tested. We get tested every single day, even with our minds, even with thoughts, even sometimes with experiences that we went through in the past that sometimes come back to us to test us to see if we can go back. I feel like use your intuition when it comes to this. If someone's throwing themselves at you, ask yourself why. A lot of times people are throwing themselves at you because they just want your energy. They don't actually care about you. So if someone's throwing themselves at you sexually, they try to get you drunk, or you know, in that element where you just la-di-da-di, lazy-gazy, think about it before you do anything, because you're going to be jeopardizing your whole entire future for something that is temporarily going to make you feel good, but also it's going to take from all of the power that you work for, all the energy that you work for. So it's kind of like a start over process if you go back to this, but just know that you're going to get what you deserve, because you know that everything happened for you. Okay, so that's a test. So sex appeal is a test, because people are always trying to get a hold of divine feminine masculine once we move on, because you played your part. So now it's time for you to stop using your body as a sexual object to get divine feminine masculine back, and start using your mind. Go heal. Divine feminine masculine don't want you no more. It's time for you to move on. You think that we don't feel you energetically when you put on our energy, or when we think about you? We're aware. We are aware of what's happening. It's time for you to move on. God chose people to rise up to when they're supposed to. Maybe it's time for you to really sit with yourself and ask yourself, why are you only giving yourself away just for a good time? You got mommy and daddy issues. You need to go heal. That's not our problem. Divine feminine masculine, we already won. Congratulations, baby. My man, okay? I didn't do all this work just to sit behind the scenes and be by myself, baby. Just know all is well over here energetically. Divine feminine masculines, y'all know what's up. Telepathically, those love songs, those numbers, the synchronicities, the inner knowing, baby, it's all happening for us. We just got to be patient. We got to do what God's telling us to do. We got to keep staying present and focusing on the projects or creativity or ideas that we have. So the only way you're going to truly get your soulmate is if you're truly in your power. If you're walking in your truth, your authenticity, your light, okay? Let's get an affirmation card. I'm loving this energy. It's giving stand up. It's giving standing on business. Standing on business when it comes to your healing. Standing on business when it comes to knowing the choices that are going to either A, help you grow, or B, deteriorate you from going back to this. So we all be getting tested, y'all. But it's your choice to decide. Is this good time really worth the long haul? And then with that repo, also I'm getting, you need to be focused on your bills. Maybe you need to get a job, or you need to spend your money wisely, because you have the bills and you have things you need to take care of. But you worried about, I'm not even gonna say that word, spirit, no. You worried about sexual pleasures than your home. My mom used to tell me, take him home first. Home could also be internally. When you don't have your mind right, straight up here, things in your reality are not going to be right. They're not going to act right. It's not going to look right. It's not going to be P's and Q's. It's going to be stagnant. It's going to be stuffy. It's going to be yucky. It's going to be yucky energy because you're not doing your part. Financially incapable. So it's just the quicker you get the money, the quicker you lose it, baby. So be mindful of the people you also have around you, because they could be taken from you as well if you have this money. All right, let's get an affirmation. What affirmation do you have for the collective? I'm so grateful to be in this energy, to just be open and share my gifts. Even if it's just cards, you know. I don't need the cards to talk. It says, the truth will set you free, but first piss you off. Let's clock that, okay? Divine Feminine Masculines, we already aware of the truth that God has revealed to us all these years. We ain't do all this healing for nothing. And the truth of the matter is, we looking good out here, and healing looks good on us. And we got a lot of people, a lot of monitoring spirits that are trying to replicate our energy. And you got a lot of people who trying to be you because you being you. But let me tell you something, baby. You can never be the divine feminine. You can never be the divine masculine. No matter how many times you monitor them or try to speak like them or think like them or act like them, you can never be one of God's anointed because you wasn't willing to do the work. You a fraud. So when it comes to people being frauds, baby, you already been exposed for the truth and matter of who you really are. The cards talk, okay? Be you. When people learn how to be them, stuff opens for them. Also, getting from that card, that's why you get stuff taken away, because you try to be like everybody else. You can't be like the divine feminine or masculine because you don't know their journey. You don't know their walk. You don't know why God called them to do certain things that they're doing. That's why everything's getting taken away, getting taken away from you. Y'all didn't want me to say that message because my throat chakra, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all are getting things taken away from you as we speak, because y'all too worried about what the divine feminine doing, what the divine masculine doing, who they talking to, who they about to be in a relationship with. It's none of your business. With God, you can do anything. If God be for us, who can be against us? Y'all chose y'all side, so it's time for y'all to lay in y'all bed and be a karmic. Karmics go with karmics. Divine feminine masculines are going to be in union. Okay? It says 0 F's given. None whatsoever. If you know, you know. We not in this energy no more to be pouring into people who don't serve us. We past that. Okay? Nobody got time for that shit. Nobody got time for nobody to be judging nobody or telling us what we need to do with our life. When you know yourself, you know the truth. Okay? Who cares? It says the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts. Even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment, slightly anxious over whatever it is coming next, you are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. So this is for people who's been doing that work, putting that work in, okay? Nothing worth having comes easy. Easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. So you may feel a little uncomfortable because you're not sure of how the Most High about to bring all these abundance in, but just know, like, it's already yours. Like, everything that is written for us is already ours. We just have to act as if it's already there, and we have to mind our business, stay to ourselves, like, enjoy where we are, so when all these things come into fruition, we can appreciate it. But the journey is not just about receiving all the things that we want, that we ask for, or that's already God-given. It's about appreciating where we currently are and what this experience is teaching us. It could be patience. It could be learning how to trust yourself more. It could be letting go of the fear and the guilt of what people may think of you. It could be doing things afraid, showing yourself on a camera. Hell, using cards to help you on your journey and other people. Whatever it is that you feel called to do, just do it. But just know that it's already yours, because you know who you are. You're a god. You're a goddess. And all the limited beliefs that you had to work through and grow through can be uncomfortable. That's another thing that I had to be comfortable with, get in front of the camera, actually showing up as my authentic self, because I was so worried about how people would perceive me or believe or know. Like, it don't matter. People call me a witch, cool, but baby, I know which direction I'm going in, and I know which direction is not serving me. People may call me demonic, cool, but demonic people don't sit on here and give people words of affirmations and hope and love and light and messages that are serving their spirit, not their ego. At the end of the day, y'all, projections on what people think about you do not matter. What matters is how you feel about yourself, okay? How you feel about yourself is the only thing that really matters. So just be you, do you, for you, and don't worry about what people have to say, because you only get one life, twice if you live it right, baby. So pop your shit, okay? Because who gonna pop your shit if you don't pop your shit? Oh, okay. Let's sip some water on that, baby. Let's sip some water. Make sure y'all staying hydrated. Make sure y'all getting outside, putting your feet in the grass, walking barefoot, and getting some sun. Because the more you take care of your temple, the more your temple take care of you, the more ideas you receive, so you can believe and know that it's all yours. If you know. If you know, you know. All right, my sweet angel babies. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. I'm pulling from my Wisdom Oracle deck card. Angels, ancestors. I love them so much. And y'all wanna know what's crazy? Not what's crazy, but what is an enlightening journey for me. Growing up, I was taught that talking to spirits and stuff was evil and all these things. But if you really think about it, in the Bible, Jesus dies, right? But confirmation burp. Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Understand? Excuse me. Confirmation burp. They saying talk. Okay, all right. Let me spit it out. Jesus died on the cross for our sins, but we were afraid to go to hell, or if you don't do X, Y, Z, you're going to go to hell. But at the end of the day, Jesus was persecuted because he had gifts. Jesus was persecuted because he was trying to help people heal, and he had all these magical powers. My ears ringing. This is why it is important for you to know yourself and know who you are, know your story, know your journey. This is why shadow work is important. So people who are NPCs or bots try to project and trigger you, which is a test to see if you're going to stand in your power authentically, you're going to stand in your truth, stand in your journey, knowing that you are representing the most high God of the light, most malevolent, omnipresent God, not the God that they worship in the box, not the same God that tells you you're gonna do this or you're gonna go to hell. You create your heaven on hell. So let that sink in, y'all. Come on, y'all. Like, we exactly where we need to be. If anybody else got something to say about you, they're demonic themselves, because they don't even know what self-care look like. They don't even know what shadow work is. They're not in no therapy. They're not drinking no water. They're not exercising. They just going to the club every weekend, drinking, sneaking, geeking, and doing what it do. Judging the people who actually here and doing the work, connected with the God within them, connecting with their spirit team, connected with the other energies around them that are helping them release the negative demonic energy that got them programmed to believing that they cannot step into their power. Clock that T. It's a program. You don't have to stay in the same situation if you allow yourself to. It's why it's important to not stop listening to outside voices, outside distractions. This is why these Jezebels and these succubus spirits be on the people they see, have the energy, inner, because they want our light, they want our magic, they want our sauce, because we delicious. They're like, scrumptious. I want some of that magic. Let me go play with them. Let me see if I can get into their jeans again. Let me see if I can get into the bedroom with them. Oh, yeah, I got one up on them because they don't know themselves. Y'all, it's so important to protect y'all energy, because we get tested every single day. Okay? Celibacy is the most important thing you can do in this journey, because you understand yet you don't have to keep desiring yourself outside of your flesh. Like, you can please yourself different ways, but it's something sacred about a sacred man or woman that don't have to have sex all the time. Come on. I'm telling y'all. It's something about a man or a woman that's just in that God energy. Don't want to have sex with just these demons or just anybody. You want to have sex with somebody that's aware of themselves, that respect themselves, that know themselves, that know the God is within them they will never fail. That's not out here cheating, sneaking, and geeking, and just out here operating in that inner wounded girl or boy. Okay, we not with that toxic stuff no more. We want a real dog. We want a big dog. Roof. You want a real goddess that know how to take care of herself, that don't just want to just cheat and sneak and geek on you. You want somebody that's respectful, that hears you, that knows all your love languages, that knows how to do what they do, baby. Jamie Foxx, okay? sensual love, real love, divine love, pure love that makes you feel seen and heard and appreciated. Because you doing this all for yourself, it's no way that you're not going to attract what's for you, because you know you. You really not having a union with your other person. You having a union with yourself, because your other half is out there getting that work in while you sitting here looking fine as you do, because you know that God got you. Okay? Ain't nothing like a divine feminine, divine masculine putting that work in. I see you, king. I see you, queen. Because you see me. I'm in my power. Okay? And it takes time to be this fine. It takes time to be divine. But guess what? Every little thing, it's going to be all right, baby. Okay? Let's get a card from the ancestors. That's the jam right there. We listening to love songs 2025. A lot of love songs really have been playing in my head. That's Fantasia. Alright, it says shadow dancing. Embrace the wisdom within the shadows. We got to stop being afraid of the monster under the closet that's going to get us. Oh my gosh, no. I love Fantasia. When you get through the dark parts in your life, then you can receive the true love that you're looking for, and that's you. And then you get to attract a partner that is for you. Everyone is ordained somebody, but you only gonna be ordained somebody when you know who you are, when you do the shadow work, when you go within yourself and really sit and ask yourself these deep questions. Why do I act this way? Why do I feel so limited to my beliefs? Why do I care about what people think about me? Why do I feel so ashamed to do X, Y, or Z? Or why am I doing this for the next person, and why can't I do it for myself? Why do I lack confidence? Why do I feel like I'm not enough or deserving of real love? And when you ask yourself these questions, you have to be very patient for the answer, because when it comes to trauma, it don't go away overnight. Like, you have to start implementing structure and fun and just love to yourself, giving yourself as much as grace as you can, because you deserve it. You deserve all of the love that you are looking for. You deserve all the peace. You deserve all of the abundance within yourself first. It's not about the money, y'all. It's about your energy, because life just feels so much more worth it when you start showing yourself gratitude. Be thankful for the trauma that you had to go through. Be grateful for all the awareness that you had to overcome to see through the light, okay? Because before we get to the light, you have to get through the dark. And that's the reason why a lot of these lower vibration entities and monitoring spirits can see the true divine and feminine and divine masculine energies, because they know, oh, it's something different about him or her. Yeah, we doing the work and we protect it, and God is with us. God is within us, and we aware of ourselves. So we may have to go through a few frogs to and alley cats and scallywags to get to where we are. But guess what? You were just the experience that I needed to be here. You were just an experience. You were just a chapter in my life that I needed to evaluate and really look within myself to see what I need to work on and what I need to let go of and what I need to heal. So divine feminines and masculines no longer are operating in that energy to keep going back to the same things that don't make them feel safe or make them feel seen or make them feel heard. So at the end of the day, people could be psychotic all they want to, but at the end of the day, go get the help, okay? Ain't no way that you about to tell me I'm about to stay with you for the rest of my life if you don't do X, Y, Z when they don't want you no more. I've been through that. And I feel like that's why I was in that karmic connection 6, 7 years ago, because I didn't know myself. But it taught me to stop caring about people who don't care about you. They only care about your body. They only care about what you could do for them. Like really ask yourself, is this relationship serving me? Hey, Kendrick. Mustard on a beat, ho. Beat dope. Hey, see how the energy just shifted? We don't even gotta talk about that shit no more. Like, the past is the past. And that's another thing when it comes to life. Like, once those memories or emotions come up, observe it, don't absorb it, because being an empath, you can take on a lot of stuff, but you have to learn how to calibrate and rejuvenate your energy. Hey. You see how quickly that energy just shifted? Yeah, it's about damn time. In a minute. I should have bought my music. That's okay. I am the music. La 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 la. I be talking about a lot of stuff at the same time, but it makes me feel good, so who cares? But I hope this all makes sense. Oh, I could pull from the inner child. I also was gonna say, when it comes to this new earth, you have to start reinventing and creating new ideas. You have to let go of the old mindset, the old things that once define you. And once you do, baby, it's up and it's stuck. Like, who about to stop you from being in your power? Nobody. If God already called you to be who you're supposed to be and do what you're supposed to do, the opinions don't matter. You're just behind me for a reason, baby. Okay, any more messages? Oh, let me do some T cards. So pretty much with this, I made these myself. So I just randomly picked. Okay. Be kind to you. Detox, fast. Frauds by Nicki Minaj. I don't need no frauds. I don't need no drama when you call. Hey, pick a side. Period. Pray without action does nothing. That is true. So with these cards, it could be resonating for different people. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. With these cards, it's all different energies. Somebody need to be more kinder to themselves. Somebody needs to detox and fast. So some instructions when it comes to detoxing and fasting, it could be intermittent fasting. You could not drink something for, I would say, 6 to 7 hours. Then after that, eat. You can do veggies and fruit. You can do smoothies for a certain amount of hours. But you are fasting to have certain intentions. It could be to gain guidance from the God within you. It could be to build your mindset. It could be to get clearer understanding of yourself or your journey. But intermittent fasting, you're gonna get all your answers that you've been asking for. Also, when you send those prayers up, fasting is very important because it helps you receive the messages quicker and accurately. You don't have to look outside yourself anymore because you know what you need to do. But when it comes to detoxing and fasting, you want to make sure you are intentional. Read Psalms 91, read Psalms 60, read Psalms 104, read Psalms 92 in the morning before you go to bed. Also, drinking just water and lemon helps. Maybe do a 3-day fast with just water. If you don't want to do a 3-day fast, don't feel called to do that. You could do just fruits and veggies. You can also do smoothies of your choice. If you want to be a little more advanced, you could do a dry fast for 3 days. Nothing, no water, no food, nothing. That way you can process and get more conscious messages and let go of the old programming that's stopping you from believing and knowing who you really are and truly are. But when it comes to fasting, listen to your body because everything doesn't work for everyone. And you also want to make sure that you are staying grounded. Make sure you get outside, get in the sun, putting your feet in the grass because it matters. But be kind to yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people because you don't know other people's journey. You don't know what they had to go through to get to this point. You hear the birds talking? Yes, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. You don't know what people had to go through to get to where they are. And this is why a lot of people get things taken away from them because they're trying to portray to be other people that they're not. So at the end of the day, just do you. Listen to your intuition. Tap into your inner child and flex on these hoes because they watching. They waiting. They're trying to see your next move. But at the end of the day, everything that you are going through is for purpose. God will not leave nor forsaking you. You will not leave nor forsaking you. So tap into that divinity within yourself and be kind to yourself. Just like treat yourself like a child. Treat yourself like a child. Talk to yourself like a child. That way you can be more easier to the energies around you, because we were taught to be afraid of shadows and spirits and all these things that are illusions. You can learn to appreciate the energies around you that's trying to get your attention and protect you. So get out in nature, appreciate the nature, listen to the birds sing, sit by the water, and process your messages how you choose to process. But just know that you're powerful. Your childhood probably just didn't want you to see it, or the people that wanted to bring you down just didn't want you to see it, because you'll be more aware than them, and they didn't want to do the work. So that's what it's really about, for real. It's really just about you doing what makes you happy. It's really about you doing you and not caring about what people think, because opinions are the last thing that matter, because you have a God-given purpose on this earth, on this planet. And if God has called you to do something, just do it. It could be talking, just putting up the camera and talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. We always try to rehearse stuff and plan stuff and be structured, when sometimes all you need to do is just flow. Like water flows, just flow, just do you. Haters gonna hate, but don't pay attention to the snakes. Don't pay attention to the negativity, because you're giving them that power. God is aware of everything that happened. Give it to God, give it to your ancestors, and let them handle it. That's how we have to get out our own way, because we can take on so much, and it get too much sometimes, because ourselves to get anxiety or depression and anxious, where we're like, hey, yo, what's not giving? It's just, you just need to surrender. So I hope this message reached those who it reached to. I hope these messages reached who needed to reach. And I want you to have a beautiful day. And remember, you're amazing. You're exactly where you need to be. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are loved. Also, if you want to book a reading with me, I will drop my email in the section below.